World Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action, sanctioned by the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance.
Welcome to the #1 wrestling program in the world, and that's World Championship Wrestling. I'm David Crockett, and Tony, what the fans saw there right at first, the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette. It started, and there's going to be a finish to it.
You know, David, many times we have talked with Jim Cornette right here on this program, and he's come out here a couple of times and said some things that have been rather amusing. He's done a lot of things that we have not always agreed with, but this one incident that we saw, what he did to Ricky Morton, was one of the lowest things that I've ever seen in my life. And because of that, this has developed into the hottest feud in the country right now between two of the greatest tag teams in the world today, the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express.
That's right, but Jim Cornette, you're going to get yours. I guarantee you that. Ricky
so.
Morton's not going to let that pass.
Not at all. Ricky Morton, of course, he cannot talk that well, but he can still wrestle. Now, also on the program, the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, Magnum TA. We will also have the National Heavyweight Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, with Baby Doll, and the World Television Champion, Arn Anderson, will defend his title here today. Plus, the Rock and Roll will be here, and the Midnight Express will be here.
We've got a lot of action. Let's go to the ring, because in the ring right now is a man that wants Ric Flair.
And let's go to one of the top contenders for the World Heavyweight title, Ron Garvin.
There you see Ron Garvin, the man with the hands of stone, up against Pablo Crenshaw. Watch Garvin. This is the way he wrestles. He comes in there. He doesn't rush in. He stalks his prey. He is a heavy hitter.
One thing about him, Dave, and for the people who know Ronnie Garvin and have talked with him outside of the ring, he is such a polite, a mild-mannered person outside of the ring.
Outside the ring, but when he gets in that ring, he is all business.
Oh, he really is.
Hey, Tony, we have got a very important announcement for the fans coming up. Very, very special World Championship Wrestling special edition.
David, and you know, we have been asking for cards and letters about a dream match, the match that you would want to see more than any other.
Cards, please.
Yeah,
cards.
Forget I said letters. We want cards only because we will have superstars on the Superstation coming up prime time right here on the Superstation on Friday, February the 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, we have had such an overwhelming response from all the cards you have written us that night, not only will we show your dream match, we will show more than one dream match because the response, as we have said, has been overwhelming. So we're not so sure how many matches we'll show right now. Could be 5, could be 6, 4. We don't know how many.
That's right, and there's the address right there. So please, send in your cards.
Superstars on the Superstation Special Edition, prime time. Send it to 1250 South Arm International, Atlanta 30303. And remember, we will accept cards only for tabulation of who you think should be matched up in the dream match.
Hey, what a dreams match. Just think about it. Right there, Ron Garvin, when he waffled Mr. Crenshaw there. Can you imagine what he wants to do to Ric Flair?
Well, there's no doubt about it. Flair knows that Ron Garvin is in professional wrestling for one thing, and I'm sure that's on the mind of the world champion right now.
Picks him up. Garvin can wrestle. He can fight. He can wrestle. He can do it all. Crenshaw goes to the ropes. Garvin stays on him. Crenshaw comes out, has that arm. Not sure what to do with it. Backs him into that corner. Garvin takes him, whips him across. Back! Uh-oh. Tony, he's gonna do it. He measures him, catches him right at the top of the head. Just sort of puts him over, sits down, that's it. The hands of stone, Ron Garvin.
Watch this contact, David.
He measures him, sets him up, and right on top of the head, your winner.
Okay, we're back with you here on World Championship Wrestling, and we are waiting Ron Garvin. Ron Garvin, the man with the hands of stone, and we talked about your quest for the World Heavyweight title. There's no doubt that right hand and Ron Garvin, they're both in shape right now.
You know, Ric Flair, a lot of other wrestlers have said that that's all I've got. Well, I've got more than that, Ric Flair. I've got desire. Look at my eyes. These people know it. The reason I've got desire is because I've got a lot of fans. And when I step in that ring, I fight just as hard for them as I fight for myself because they're behind me. That's something you don't have, Ric Flair. You used to have a lot of fans until you turn out to be well, I can't say it out here, but you know what I'm talking about. I've got your number. You know, they say when the good Lord has got your number, you're gone. Well, I'm not the good Lord, but I believe in him. But I am your master. When it comes to that ring, I know that. And I've got your number as your master. Flair, in 1986, you're going down. Promise.
Words from Ron Garvin directed toward none other than the heavyweight champion of the world. We're coming right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ivan Koloff, one part of the World Six-Man Tag Team Champions against Benny U-Haul Traylor. There you see Old Glory.
Tell you what,
That's one thing, I tell you one thing, that I am proud of.
Yes, sir.
Because when you see that, you get goosebumps.
And David?
And when I see them,
do you get goosebumps? No. We have a group here from the Central Holiness Church, group with Mary Knox here today, and they certainly lit into the Russians when they came onto the scene with the chant of USA.
That is right. These fans, they are Americans. And we all resent what Ivan and Nikita are trying to do. Look at him. He doesn't try to wrestle him, he tries to punish him. Here he goes crossing the Rhodes.
Now you may have wondered for, I guess, months on months now, why the Russians always travel in pairs or even in threes, obviously to help out if need be, but there's as much an intimidation factor there, David, as anything else.
Just like Nikita standing out there right now. You're always aware of that he's out there. Traylor trying his best because he's American. That's why he wanted this match. All right, he takes Ivan, whips him across, goes in after him. But Ivan, he is the commander, the leader of that team of Russians. And he's smart. He is ring savvy. Here he goes, into the ropes. Drops the elbow right across the chest.
And we ought to mention, David, the world saw just last week that there is a new Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion.
That is right.
His name is Sam Houston, and he'll be on the program here today. And not only that, Crusher Khrushchev.
Isn't that a shame?
Well,
go ahead and tell him.
Well, Crusher Khrushchev, as you know, the Road Warriors came onto the scene last week during Sam's win. And Crusher Khrushchev has suffered a very serious injury. And the Russians now pointing the fingers at the Road Warriors.
That is correct. And I think that's one reason right now. Look at Ivan. He wants to punish the wrestler. He doesn't want to beat him. He just wants to punish.
But now, with Crusher Khrushchev and that serious injury that he has sustained, I understand, to his knee, what does that do for the world's six-man tag team champions?
That we're going to have to find out.
That's right. I mean, we know.
Matter of fact, you have an interview coming up with them.
We want to talk about that.
All right, here he goes. Now, see, he's already shouting, Road Warriors.
That's right. Well, they're one man short. They always like to go in threes, but they're one man short right now.
Oh! Ah, see. Traylor trying his best with the experience of the Russian, Ivan Koloff, driving that knee. Look at it. Are you hear Nikita right there? Said, think of Road Warrior. And there he takes him, throws him out. Right on the concrete floor, picks him up. What's he gonna do? Rams him right into the ring.
All right, that lower back, small of the back.
Picks him up.
Well, not to say he wasn't before, but Benny Traylor is really in trouble right now. Trying so desperately to get up.
Nikita just waiting. Ivan takes him now. Goes right for the face. He doesn't have to do it. He just wants to do it. Here he goes, into the Rhodes. Elbow right in the chest. Ivan takes him again. Traylor still. This young man comes right back up. Ivan, knee in the back. What's Ivan gonna do? Here he goes, across. Sickle. Catches him, goes down for the pin, hooks that leg, and you don't get up from Ivan when he puts the sickle on you. That Russian sickle.
Back with you now on World Championship Wrestling. Let's bring in Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man. A lot of threats, a lot of words from Tully Blanchard Enterprises has been directed towards this man.
Tony, I said never, been dropped on my wig harder than I have by J.J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard on the concrete floor, baby. Busted the Boogie Man wide open. Now, I know Boogie Woogie Man's not dealing with a full deck. I know Boogie Woogie Man is missing a few house payments, you see. But you see people, all my people, my brothers and sisters in the streets, in the alleys, in the joints, wherever you are, you know Boogie Man's with you. You know it all started, Tony, because of my blood, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, with Tight Jack. Everybody knows that, you understand. I don't have to prove it, the Dustmen don't have to prove it. But Mr. J.J. Dillon and Mr. Tully Blanchard, they thought by getting to the Boogie Man, they're going to get to the Dust Man. Well, I want to say one thing, Daddy-O. Dusty Rhodes is big enough to go bear hunting with a switch. And Boogie Woogie Man can fight his own battles. So Tully Blanchard, J.J. Dillon, the Boogie Man's going to get you. Yeah!
Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. Now, when we come back, we'll talk with the Russian team about Khrushchev and see what they have to say. Don't go away.
Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, he is on a roll. Here he goes. Outside the ring. Goes after that golden tiara. And he's thinking about Tully Blanchard the whole time. Right in the throat. And Jimmy Valiant's got good reason.
Oh, my goodness, I guess so. He, like he said, hit hard on a concrete floor, and that was on behalf of Tully Blanchard Enterprises.
That's right.
And we knew when we saw Tully and JJ combine that something like that was bound to happen.
That's right. Sleeper! He's got it locked in. He's got him in the center of the ring. Bear's trying to fight it, trying to hold on.
Trying to get to the rope, he got there.
Made it just in time. The Valiant's got the rhythm. He's got the people. And he goes down for the choke again the whole time. talking about J.J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard.
I think Tully Blanchard should take note of this in the way that Jimmy Valiant is wrestling. Tully Blanchard, we know what you have stooped to many times before. Jimmy Valiant will fight you fire with fire.
He is street people, Mr. Blanchard. Jimmy Valiant is streetwise. He goes down for the choke again.
Tully Blanchard, J.J. Dillon. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
He wants him.
Hey!
And Tony, we have him here, so he knows that they're here in the studio. Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
Nothing, Daddy. Nothing, baby.
Next thing. Hard fist to the side of the neck. Goes after the choke again. Snap mare.
Nothing, Daddy. You want this mask off?
He's asking for the mask. You want it off? That's it.
Well, the fan said, yeah, take it off. Here we go.
Terry went for the eyes. Valiant. Valiant still fighting back. Here he goes now. Takes him now. Jimmy moves out of the way just in time. Cross. Hard right hand to the head. Here it comes. Elbow in the chest, backs up, comes up in the air. Again, the elbow down on the chest. And the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
We have had excitement plenty, including some things that Ron Garvin had to say to this man, the heavyweight champion of the world, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
As I might add, just back from a rendezvous at the Hotel Paradise. You know, there's a lot of women in here today that better hope the dog catcher's not around because the studio will be empty if he walks in. Now, my girls are sitting over here. They're hollering, Slick Rick, go for it, big man. You know, let me tell you something, sweetheart. You remind me of a lot of women traveling around the world right now, lost in thought, wondering if there's such a thing as life after Flair. Tony Schiavone, 2 days ago, I took a woman on a little rendezvous. We had a close encounter, and I took her places the space shuttle can't go, Daddy. That's what you're dealing with when you're talking about Slick Rick, the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. Now, Ronnie Garvin, let's talk about Ronnie Garvin for a minute. You're a real stud, Garvin. You got Tony Schiavone believing it. You got David Crockett shaking his head. You got all these geeks out here thinking that when you walk that walk and you talk that talk and you stand here and you tell them all, I got Flair's number 86, that I'm going to believe it. And in the words of my great philosophizing cousin Arn Anderson, the odds of me believing that you can knock me out are astronomical. You understand? I've been through and walked over better men than you on my way to a rendezvous. Tell them like it is. You understand? I am in demand because I am the rendezvous master. I am Ric Flair, the world's heavyweight wrestling champion, styling and profile. Check this out, huh? All right. Philadelphia, the Nature Boy's coming. Atlanta, Georgia, the Nature Boy's coming. Fayetteville, Dusty Rhodes, Ronnie Garvin. If you want some of this, jump on, because remember, it's a lot easier getting on than it is getting off. A la Space Mountain. Woo!
The world champion, Ric Flair, and we'll be right back. The Russian Nightmare. Soviet Union Ambassador of Destruction, Nikita Koloff. Now, he has a book in his hand. Who's your choice for Sportsman of the Year? Sports Illustrated asked some fans. And I believe, yeah, Nikita Koloff's name is on there.
And do you know the Road Warrior name? You know the Ric Flair name? Know the Magnum TA? It's about time you stinking American. See superior Russian athlete in Nikita Koloff and the vote top of 5 of 11.
This is right, and Nikita should have been chosen number 1, but because of prejudiced judges, again, he loses out to an American. And now talking about losing out because of American interference, these Road Warriors, it is one thing whenever you lose a prestigious title, such as Mid-Atlantic title, because of lack of ability or because of stupidity. But this Crusher Khrushchev, a member of the Koloff family, had this skinny Sam Houston defeated. And because of Road Warriors interference, lost the Mid-Atlantic title. Your Road Warriors, you come out here and you say you're not only going to do that, but you're also going to find a partner, whether it's Magnum TA or American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and take away World Six-Man Tag Team Trophy. You say you are going to do that. You call us weasels, and you are weasel slappers. This is fine. You think you have won the battles, but I think we are up on you, 2-1. And as far as the war is concerned, the only time you will win is whenever you are out of wrestling or we're out of wrestling.
Okay, Paul Jones has joined us here. Paul?
I'll tell you something right now. On behalf of myself and all the wrestling fans in this world, we're sympathetic, we plead with you, and we're sorry what happened to Khrushchev. And listen, I want to offer my services, and it would be like a slap in the face if I offered you the services of another American. But what I'm going to do to you men here, I'm going to offer you the services of the greatest German wrestler in the world today, the man that's the master of the claw, and I'm talking about Baron Von Raschke, the greatest wrestler that ever came out of Germany. Russians, the man is at your service, anytime, any place.
Thank you very much,
Baron Von
Conrad
Raschke.
Jones. You know, to have a man such as this Baron Von Raschke, it is a great honor because he has the credentials throughout the world as #1 wrestler from East Germany. And this is the surprise I've been talking about. Road Warriors, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA. And Magnum TA, 1986.
Magnum TA, he talk how he going look for Nikita.
Gotta go to the ring.
Magnum TA.
Let's go to the ring.
Nikita going look for you.
Okay, let's go to the ring. Baron Von Raschke against Tony Zane. And there's Paul Jones, David.
That's right. Let's watch this man in action. They say he is the best from Germany. We still have the Russians, Ivan Koloff and Nikita Koloff out here.
You know, it's Paul Jones. The reason why I go to a man like this, he is a lot like me inside, even though everybody knows how we feel about the Americans. This American here is devious. He'd do anything for glory or for money. And that's exactly the way we brought him over. Because he is a very greedy person, like myself. This is why we welcome him to helping us out. Now this Baron Von Raschke, you watch him. Watch this man. He is like a mechanic in ring, like a machine. He will not stop at anything. He is very brutal. And you will find out in the future, Road Warriors, it will be the Russians and the Germans that show you the supremacy in professional wrestling.
David, you know, we talked about Crusher Khrushchev and the absence of Crusher, and we were going to ask the question, what are they going to do without Crusher? I think it's fairly obvious.
You know they just answered it. Baron Von Raschke. He's up against a big one in Tony Zane. Look at him. Look at him. He has a lot of the style that the Russians have.
Well, there's no, and a lot of the ways of life, I guess, or the mentality, like Ivan said.
Greed.
Greed.
see him, he is just like an animal in there. Nothing will stop this big German because he is used to competition. The best competition throughout the world. Not only during his amateur years, but also during his professional years. He actually takes pleasure. These road warriors talk about how they enjoy beating people up. But they have met their master whenever they get in the ring with my nephew Nikita or this Baron Von Raschke. Anything for greed, for glory, and it's to prove that you are number one at whatever you do.
Baron Von Raschke. Now, we know his favorite move. We talked about the man with the claw.
Backdrop.
There it is.
You talk about the claw.
Oh. Boy, I tell you what, Ivan Koloff certainly happy watching Baron Von Raschke and watching that claw.
You see this? He has put many men out of wrestling with this such move as this is right here. He put so much pressure on the nerves, the blood flow to the brain, it is cut off. There's been many a wrestler left completely out of wrestling because they have been crippled because of this move. And you will see time and time again this Baron Von Raschke bring him to their knees and to show again why he is superior.
Look at Paul Jones just holding Pee Wee Anderson, the referee, back from coming to the aid of Tony Zane, and there's your winner. Okay, back here with the Russian team, Ivan and Nikita, and Baron Von Raschke is here on World Championship Wrestling, Ivan.
I'd like to welcome you, Von Raschke, to our stable. We need your help very much, comrade, because of these treacherous road warriors and what they have been doing to us. And I know you are the athlete to do it for us. I know. I have heard the story of how you were betrayed by these weakling, gutless, Americanish cowards. And I would be glad at any time and in any way to step in your corner and to support you. We have proven time after time in our own ways that we are superior. We have the intelligence. Many, many wrestlers, Americanish wrestlers, they try to make up with pumped up bodies what they don't have in their heart. They don't have the heart to step into the ring with true wrestlers and face the music. So, if I can, my great manager, Herr Paul Jones, has told me that any time you, my comrades, should need help, I will be more than glad to step in the ring with you. Whether it be Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, Ron Garvin, or the Road Warriors, or should we call them the Road Runners? That is all the people need to know.
Baron Von Raschke with the Russian team, and we're coming right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Texas Twister, the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, Michael Samuel Houston.
Going up against Art Pritts in this event, David. He is the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion.
That is right. And what a win over Crusher Khrushchev.
David, as you well know and all the fans well know, we have been asking for cards from the fans telling us what your dream match should be. What match you would like to see most of all here on World Championship Wrestling. Well, the response has been so great that we will have a World Championship Wrestling special edition. Superstars of the Superstation.
And that will take place Friday, February 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Get out your papers and your pencils right now. Write down this date, because the response to our dream match has been so great that we're going to have more than one dream match that night. Really hasn't been decided how many matches we'll have, but they're all going to be your dream matches. We are tabulating the votes right now. If you still have your vote to send in for dream match, do so. And as we said before, we are going through so many cards that we will now accept cards only. No letters accepted. Dream match.
There's the address right there. Dream match, World Championship Wrestling, 1250 South Omni International, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. And get them in a hurry.
That's right, and don't forget to watch Superstars on the Superstation.
Special edition.
February the 7th.
That's right, World Championship Wrestling.
10 o'clock Eastern. Make your plans now to be in front of the television set.
Because your dream will come true.
That's right.
The Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, Sam Houston, has that arm. Long, lanky wrestler.
Ask him, ref.
David, when I think about Sam Houston, I think about what happened with Crusher Khrushchev just last week on this program, and then I think about Baron Von Raschke.
Give it up, Houston. Give it
I wonder what they might try with Sam.
I don't know. You never know what Baron Von Raschke's going to do.
Good move. Holds on that arm.
You know, we talked about Ronnie Garvin. Can mix it up any way you want to. He can wrestle you. He can fight you. Anything. Baron Von Raschke, the same type of wrestler.
Oh, yes.
The same type. Little bit different mold. Well, maybe a lot different mold than Ron Garvin, but the same type wrestler. The same type of guy who can just do anything you want to do. He can mix it up any way at all. And I tell you what, that could spell trouble for the Road Warriors.
That's right.
And anybody else that would get in the Russians' way, like Sam Houston. Yeah, now Pritts trying to loosen Sam up in the corner.
Driving that shoulder in, takes him out. Goes down. Good move, goes down for that pin.
Nope, didn't have anything hooked, David.
That's right. Houston's dazed, though. Now he catches him. Elbow in the chest. Here he goes across in the rope. Good forearm.
Right to the forehead.
Takes the arm again, twist it.
All the pressure, as you see, right on that arm. Houston, now look at that, right on the shoulder. Right on that joint right there, that the arm is hooked to the body. And I mean, he was pounding away. Well, I think everybody saw that, David.
They pulled the hair now. Come on, Houston catches him.
Oh, right down he goes hard.
Thank you, Sen. Thought he's getting ready to say the Bulldog.
Well, I thought,
Young man's hot.
you know, he
Mid-Atlantic
calls
heavyweight champion.
He calls to the fans for the Bulldog, and I thought he was there also. You're right, David. Oh, good move.
Oh.
Art Pritts ready for him that time. Tell you what.
Right. That's a mistake right there by Pritts. He should have tried to pin him right there. He had Houston dazed. This young man, he's a Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion. can't just lay on him. You gotta hook him.
You got to give Art Pritts some credit, though. He really has taken it to this youngster. And now Houston. Obviously, Day's trying to fight his way back up. Now, Houston shouldn't do this. Well, he got back just in time. I thought maybe had his back turned to him one too many times.
Pritts goes right for the eyes. Snapmare takes him over. Houston kicks out on it.
Only got a 2 count this time. Now Houston obviously getting some second wind now.
Him out. Good mute by Houston. Here he comes again. Good knee lift. Backs him in. Bulldog, here it comes. Drives his face into the mat, rolls him over.
No more Art Pritts. Good win for Sam Houston, David. All right, back with you on World Championship Wrestling. And I wonder right now if Arn Anderson is concerned, is looking over his shoulder, thinking about what has happened to Ole Anderson, Dusty Rhodes. Listen to that.
This man here is tremendous, you know that? Let me say something right now about my main man, Arn Anderson. Baby doll told you recently that you're gonna get some limbs broke, you understand? Some portions of your body gonna be strode out on the interstate. It's gonna happen. Ole Anderson's laid up in Minnesota right now watching this program. Not here live and in color. I'm not out here singing. I'm not out here dancing. I'm not out here wearing big time watches and out here with anything but the best looking woman on this earth. Baby doll herself, live and in color, Jack. And I seen the ugliest man in the world walk out here. The Baron Von Raschke, Germany's greatest athlete. Don't mention my name in the same breath, brother. You talk about the Road Warriors, Ivan, Nikita Koloff. Dusty Rhodes is right there with them boys, them animals, if you will. And when dude's gonna be paid, we gonna be there. So the band needs to hook it up, get ready for it. And you know, just recently, you know, Flair's always talking about where he been. Right. I'm going to Portland, Oregon. I'm going to Seattle, see Mr. Don Owens. Coming up this week's gonna be fabulous, Jack. And this past weekend, me and Baby Doll went up in the middle of Asia, high in the Himalaya Mountains. We were 25,000 feet above actual sea level. And Baby Doll was sitting on a yak. You know what a yak is, brother?
Yes, I do, Dusty.
He was sitting on a yak. She was looking so pretty. And she said, Dream, she said, this is high. I say, no, mama, this expensive. And that's the way it is with me and Doll. She got a lot of letters, a lot of cards. Her new change of ways has brought you Baby Doll herself. Go on, mama.
That's right. I do try and get to all the letters that are received, but taking care of Dusty is a full-time job. And last week I said that women should be kept barefoot and pregnant. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But Baby Doll likes the glamour and the life. I love it. I love working for Dusty. I love being with the American Dream. And if you want to be barefoot and pregnant, that's fine. But Baby Doll loves the glamour, and I love being with Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream.
What about Tully Blanchard?
Tully Blanchard? Well, it seems like the cat has got his tongue like we haven't been hearing too much from him lately, have we?
We gonna go take a bubble bath.
Right. Let's go to the ring.
In the ring, the Barbarian and Ray Taylor. Ray Taylor, a big young wrestler.
David, he really is. And Paul Jones.
He's got a big one, a monster.
And you know, he's got Baron Von Raschke now, too, although he has given the services of the Baron to the Russian team. Well, you got to give credit to Paul Jones. He knows where to find the mean men.
Yes, he does.
The evil men. David, very briefly, we have some birthdays. We'd like to say happy birthday to Angela Harris of Calhoun, Georgia. Angela comes each and every week and sits right here in the audience. Great fan of World Championship Wrestling. Tuesday, she will have yet another birthday. Not that many that she's had in the past, but Angela, happy birthday. And happy birthday goes out to another one of our fans, Brad Ligon, 64 years old yesterday.
That is great. You fans are the greatest fans in the world. You make us what we are, #1 in professional wrestling. Matter of fact, Tony, we've got a group here from Central Holiness Church. Mary Knox brought them.
We welcome them here to World Championship Wrestling. They come from all over the world, all over the country to see the #1 wrestling show in the world right here. And we have an anniversary announcement this week.
Oh, hey, Tony.
Oh, he didn't move at all.
That did it. That cranked him up.
That really did.
The Barbarian said, hey, you might be big, but evil you are not. And this man, the Barbarian, get him. He can move like a cat. He's as strong as an ox.
Oh, he is a big man, and that one right to the throat.
I wonder if he'll press him.
Well, let's see.
He goes right for the face.
Raked him right across the back.
Okay.
Oh, did he hit hard on the floor?
Jones now kicks him again and again.
Paul Jones really cheating off on Ray Taylor.
Oh, yes.
David, let me say happy anniversary to Paul W. Bruder and man from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Look at this guy.
Listen, we're coming right back. Don't go away.
All right, we're back. And the Barbarian is still doing it. He's destroying Ray Taylor. This man, Taylor, he's big. But again, the monster, the Barbarian. Barbarian's got him up! Oh! I told you, this man is strong.
No more proof is needed anymore. If you think he's not strong,
Here he goes across! Puts the head right into the shoulder, goes down for the pin, and he's got him.
That's awesome.
Jones has got him some combination.
There's no doubt about it when you're one of the top wrestlers in the world, when you are a champion. Everybody is gunning after you, and a man who knows that as well as anybody else, the United States heavyweight champion, Magnum TA.
Well, you said some very true statements there. You know, when you are a champion, everybody wants a piece of the championship. And there's a lot of people out there that I had to contend with. But there's one man out there in particular that I really would like to get a piece of, and that's Nikita Koloff. Man, coming out here, flaunting a lot of things, talking about his superiority, talking about his country, and now running around here with the alliance of the big bad German. That's right, we all know I'm talking about the man with the claw, Baron Von Raschke. Well, now there's a lot of trouble brewing in the wrestling world, but I've got my eyes all singled out on that one man. So, Nikita, you say that you're not real hard to find. Well, I'm standing here right now. I'm always here right here on this television program, and I don't see you exactly running up to put your name on the dotted line to try to take this away from me right here on WTBS. So, my friend, I'm here, and it will come to be, because this championship here will stay around America's waist and one half of America's team for a long time now.
United States heavyweight champion, none other than Magnum TA. Now, he's going to the ring. Let's go there with him.
All right, the United States heavyweight champion, the boss.
David, very briefly, we saw Dusty Rhodes out here. Everybody realized that Dusty Rhodes had a leg injured at the hands of Arn Anderson around 4 months ago. How's he doing? How's that coming along? I'm going to be talking to Dr. Joseph Iswanik, his doctor, coming up next to find out how that foot is progressing for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. That's coming up next.
All right, here he goes. Belly to belly. Yes. Magnum takes him down for the pin. Your winner, United States Heavyweight Champion, Magnum TA.
Okay, fans, we're at ringside. Dr. Joseph Iswanik with the Metrolina Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. The doctor of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. As you know, 4 months ago, Dusty Rhodes suffered a very serious injury at the hands of the Andersons and the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair. It has been 4 months, and we're going to talk to Dr. Iswanik to find out the condition of Dusty Rhodes. Obviously, the fans are pleased that he's back wrestling. How's he doing right now?
I'm happy to say that he's fully recovered now. He's completed his rehabilitation program, has been careful in protecting the ankle. The ankle has healed solidly, and he's ready to go. I don't think he needs any further protection on it.
So the boot that he has on his left foot, the boot that he's had for protection, obviously he can take off now and use regular boots.
Yeah, because he can get out of the bracing and the protection now, I don't think he needs that extra size and protection of the boot right now.
Okay, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, as told to us by Dr. Joseph Iswanik, fully recovered right now, and he can take off that boot. That's the belt of the NWA World Television Champion. That's the belt of one half of the National Tag Team Champions. Now, Arn Anderson was talking with me before we came back to you, and you were concerned and talking about what we just saw from Dr. Joseph Iswanik about the boot of Dusty Rhodes.
I don't come out here. I pride myself on not coming out here on national television and making an idiot out of myself, spit flying out of my face, hollering and screaming, but I am irate at this particular point in time. Now, I want to appeal to the doctors. I want to appeal to the lawyers. I want to appeal to the people that are sitting out there eating dinner that have a little bit of intelligence. I'm going to appeal to them. I'm going to appeal to you. Dusty Rhodes had a broke leg, fine. He needed some protection. But the leading sports medicine doctor in the country today, Joseph Iswanik, Dusty Rhodes' doctor, I might add, not mine, has said and has cleared Dusty Rhodes from wearing that boot. All it is wearing it for now is a weapon, right or wrong.
I'm not going to claim that he's wearing it for a weapon.
Crockett Promotions has not done anything about it. He has intentionally hurt Arn Anderson with that boot. You saw it right on the film clip where he kicked him repeatedly with a steel-toed boot. That's like a workman's boot. You know what steel-toe means?
I know exactly what it means.
You wear that boot, that means if a 20-ton piece of steel falls on your foot, you can just roll it off. It won't hurt it.
That's right.
If you'd ever been kicked by that boot, you'd be as irate, you'd be as upset as I am. It's nothing more than a weapon. And Iswanik himself said he doesn't need the boot. Now, I am not only asking, I am demanding that something be done. I want the boot off, and on top of that, I am not a criminal. I've never stole a car in my life. I never stole anything in my life. And they're going to lock me in a cage like some animal with Dusty Rhodes with a loaded boot. What kind of an idiot do you think I am? I've heard of playing stack the deck. But I'm telling you, David Crockett, if you want to lock me in a cage, Dusty Rhodes, you just check your memory. Because the last time you were in a cage with an Anderson, what happened to you? Just run that through your mind.
A very irate Arn Anderson. Let's go to the ring.
All right, the tag team of the 80s, the Rock and Roll Express, and they are here to stay.
Yeah, and they're here to look right down the throats of the Midnight Express. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen two tag teams with as much hatred as dislike as the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express have between each other. They always claim there should be only one Express. Who should it be?
That's right. And the Midnight Express say, hey, they should be the World Tag Team Champions. But there's one thing, Tony. This time, Jim Cornette started a fight that he can't run away from. He can't hide behind his men. Because the young man in there right now, Ricky Morton, he's going to get you, brother.
Yep.
Robert Gibson goes behind, takes him, good takedown. Look at him, in control.
There's no doubt about it. It's a confrontation of confrontations when you think about the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express. Think about that. Think about those two teams going at each other. Think about
that as a dream match.
Think about that as a dream match. You're right. And that could be your dream match. Whatever your dream match would be, whether it be the hottest tag team feud around right now, Rock and Roll against Midnight Express, whatever it may be, we want to hear about it. We have received so many cards and letters from you fans that, first of all, send only cards now. We will not accept letters. We want to know what your dream match will be. And because the response has been so great, World Championship Wrestling Special Edition Superstars on the Superstation will be coming your way. Now, we'll tell you when they'll be coming your way right now. Superstars on the Superstation Special Edition. Prime time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Friday, February the 7th at 10 p.m. Because of the response, we will have not only one dream match, but we will have many dream matches that you, your fans, have picked and are picking right now.
What a dream match that would be, though. Midnight Express against the Rock and Roll Express, the World Tag Team Champions. Here it goes in the rope.
This is really you, the fans' chance to be a part of the greatest wrestling in the world by voting for who you want to see right here on this program. Special edition, Friday, February the 7th at 10 p.m. Superstars on the Superstation.
Hey, fans, this is your chance. This is your chance. Your dream. And you talk about it now. Put it down on a postcard and send it in because you'll get it right there. Dream match. World Championship Wrestling, 1250 South Omni International, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303.
Cards only.
That is right.
Letters will not be counted.
And we are proud to bring it to you right here on World Championship Wrestling because we have a lot of pride, Tony, in our product that we give you fans.
And a lot of great fans. Very briefly, I said hello to Paul W. Bruder of Charlottesville. He and his wife Gladys celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary on January 16th. They're out of Charlottesville, Virginia. Happy anniversary to you, Mr. and Ms. Bruder from Charlottesville.
Robert Gibson's in. Has that arm. Still controlled. This team is good at it.
You know, I think something should be said right here. We always bring up the name of Jim Cornette when we talk about the Midnight Express. But when we're talking about the Rock and Roll against the Midnight, we're talking about 4 exceptional athletes.
Yes.
4 exceptional wrestlers. And there's no doubt about it, they're the 2 of the best tag teams in the world today.
Right across the rope. All right, Cornette, you watch this. Tony, I'm sorry, but when I saw that,
go ahead, David.
You know he was thinking about Cornette.
Oh!
Double drop kick. Goes down to that pin. Robert Gibson stands there and says, all right, buddy, come on in. Look at Gibson. Eyeing him.
We are back with you on World Championship Wrestling. Jim Cornette, manager of the Midnight Express. Wait a minute. I know what you're thinking.
You don't know what I'm
I do.
thinking because you can't think yourself. I know what I'm thinking, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I should be in a good mood today. I should be a happy man today because, first of all, I told all you people I was going to be 1985 Pro Wrestling Illustrated Manager of the Year, and it came to pass. I told you people we were going to hurt the Rock and Roll Express real bad, and the prophecy came true. The Rock and Roll Express are on the run from us. They're scared to death. The very mention of the name Midnight Express sends chills and shivers down their back, so I should be a happy man, Tony, but I'm not. Do you know why?
No, you're not.
I'll tell you why.
You're concerned,
Because of
right?
No, I'm not concerned. I'm not worried about those 2 goofballs. I'll tell you what I'm upset about. Because all across the country, ever since what we did to Ricky Morton, shut up, you idiots. Ever since what we did to Ricky Morton, I have had 5, maybe 6 1,000 letters from a bunch of teeny boppers all across America, little 12-year-old girls saying, oh, why'd you do that to Ricky? Why'd you do that to Ricky? With their little crayon. Well, let me tell you something, you little prepubescent little females, you are just the same as your parents. You're just the same as your older brothers and sisters. You can't spell, for one thing. You don't know any words over 2 syllables. And furthermore, I'm not interested in your putrid little comments. I don't care what these people think. I don't care what you think. I do what I want to do, and the Midnight Express gets what they want to get. And if you want to write me your stinking little slimy letters, then you better tell us how great we are, or don't say anything at all. The letters come in by the thousands to World Championship Wrestling here. It takes me time to read them, takes my secretary's time to read them, takes my assistant's time, and I don't care, like I said, about your putrid comments, so quit writing me. And Rock and Roll Express, get ready to lose those belts to the next champions. The greatest combination ever in professional wrestling, Loverboy Dennis and Beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
Jim Cornette, when he was talking to you, he started getting redder and redder.
Yeah, more upset. And I'm wrong. I was wrong. I said I thought I knew what he was thinking, but he wasn't thinking what I thought he was thinking. But at least he was thinking something.
Find out what he's
I'm
thinking.
having a hard time getting a grip on myself today, Tony. All these people driving me nuts. You know what it's like to have 6,000 12-year-old girls from all across America, from Texas to Maine to Spain to everywhere, threatening your life. Do you know what it's like? No,
Jim,
you
I don't.
probably don't. As a matter of fact, you probably don't look like you know what anything's like, Tony. The Bob Newhart of professional wrestling. A couple of points I got to cover. David Crockett, just like I told you last week, you say, why did it take 3 of you to get Ricky Morton? Why did it take 3 of you to get Ricky Morton? Like I've said before, Loverboy Dennis and Beautiful Bobby can more than amply take care of the Rock and Roll Express all by themselves, but I wanted the simple pleasure of being involved in some way, getting one or both of those punks out of professional wrestling once and for all. And secondly, if you don't think that the Rock and Roll Express are scared of the Midnight Express, then how come it is? Ricky's, I heard he can say a few words now, maybe just a couple of words here and there. Maybe we'll send him to remedial speech school when this whole thing's over with. But how come the Rock and Roll Express, every time they get in the ring or even anywhere near the Midnight Express, their knees are shaking, their bodies quivering, they look like they don't know what to do because they're scared of these men right here because they know what they're capable of doing to them. Answer me that, David Crockett, with that blank look on your face. Why do you think, huh? What do you think? Are the Rock and Roll Express scared of the Midnight Express or what?
No, they are not.
No, Jim, they're not.
I didn't think you'd think they were. And Tony, shut up. Don't worry, I'll be vindicated. History will prove me right
Cornette,
when we win those World Tag Team
You
Championships.
stepped in something that you're not going to be able to get out of.
Let me tell you something. Don't be telling me what I've stepped in. I'll turn around and tell you what you've stepped in.
Don't let
They are a good team.
Don't let all this take away from those athletes in the ring now.
While everybody over here was stepping in stuff, Bobby just sat on something.
Because Loverboy Dennis and Beautiful Bobby certainly are a great combination.
They really are.
Here's a question.
Watch him. Watch Cornette.
Oh,
I do not want to hear all this rock and roll stuff everywhere we go. Every arena in the country, rock and roll, rock and roll. It drives me crazy.
settle down, Jim. Settle down. Settle down.
All right, take these people's names. Take these people's names. Hit him, Bobby.
Get your secretary to take.
Take these people's names one by one. I'm going to have them served. I'm going to sue them for defamation of character.
Here's a pen.
Settle. What? Did he rush our ringside location? Or? Well, I think all the fans across America can realize what's going on. They can realize that Jim Cornette has really started what has turned into the hottest feud in wrestling right now.
That is right. So many times he started a fight and let the Midnight Express finish it for him. But this time, the Rock and Roll Express, they're going to go through that Midnight Express and they're going to get Jim Cornette. And that's what's bothering him. That's why the fans, when they start yelling rock and roll, he gets so nervous. What a team this is. The Midnight Express.
All right.
He says, you want a suplex? He's going to give you a suplex.
Cornette calling for a suplex.
Oh!
David, Larry Vickery, a big man, and he went over hard.
Larry Vickery, welcome to the #1 wrestling program in the world. World Championship Wrestling.
2 of them, David. Suplex from each man of the Midnight Express.
He's probably saying, what am I doing here?
Hey, he looks like a pretty good athlete. He's well developed. But regardless how big you are, they drop you on your noggin like that, you're going to stagger around for a few minutes.
I can use what Cornette would say. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. This team, the Midnight Express, whether we like him or not, or Jim Cornette, this team is good. When you talked about this being the feud, this is it. There's only room for one Express. Is it the Midnight Express? Watch these guys. Or is it the Rock and Roll Express? Beautiful body up, dive! Right across. Tony, when they meet, fans, it is gonna be awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Gene Ligon against Tully Blanchard.
And there is,
Incorporated.
Tully Blanchard, and there is the administrative director of Tully Blanchard Enterprises, putting up a smoke signal right there.
Here comes Tully. All right, Jimmy Valiant, we saw him out here at the top of the program. He's sending a message to Tully. Tully's sending one back. If Jimmy Valiant can fight like street people, Mr. Blanchard is going to try the same.
All right, James J. Dillon, administrative director of Tully Blanchard Enterprises, has joined us right here at ringside.
You know, I heard a comment earlier by the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Baby Doll to the effect that Tully Blanchard's been a little tight-lipped lately.
Yeah.
Well, the matter of fact is the situation really doesn't warrant any kind of a comment. This thing with Jimmy Valiant will be rectified. It will be taken care of, and really nothing needs to be said. Tully Blanchard does his talking in the ring. But I did hear the comment that really amused me, and I think it's very appropriate that Dusty Rhodes, when he took Baby Doll to the Himalayas, that he would put her on the back of a yak. Because every time I see her, I go yak, 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 as I chuckle under my breath, because he's got her to haul around and I don't anymore, and that Mr. Blanchard doesn't. And I'll tell you another thing. I don't know how far a yak is off the ground, but I would bet you $3,300 and spot you about 10 inches that it would probably take a forklift to get her on the back of a yak.
My goodness.
That is heavy.
I don't think we should say anything about that, but I think in reference to what he said about Dusty Rhodes and Baby Doll were right, David. They haven't had much to say.
No, they haven't.
And you know Tully's the type of guy that wants a title, and I'm sure he's going to go after that national heavyweight title.
But what a combination this is. Tully Blanchard and J.J. Dillon.
Oh my. David?
I mean, Ligon, he hit it. He hit it hard down on that floor. Tully goes right after. Tully takes him now, throws him back in. He goes up on that top. Tony, he's possessed. Tully is possessed right now. Ligon trying to fight back.
And David,
for him, side of the head.
I don't care how tight-lipped Tully Blanchard is. You know he's got to be thinking about what happened. You know, I mean, Baby Doll and Tully Blanchard were together for so long. And that was his perfect 10, and now she's gone. He's got to be thinking about her.
You just see JJ there. You saw the nodding. Wait a minute. Tully yelled. Hey, have him stop yelling. Now you see JJ. can't quiet our fans down. They've got a mind of their own.
Blanchard irate in the ring of the fans as Liggett takes the spill right down to the concrete floor.
Hey, look at them arguing. JJ, Dillon, and Tully Blanchard.
Liggett trying to sunset flip. Uh-oh. Tully Blanchard right on top of it.
Driving those elbows in the back of the neck. And cinches up. Tight. Fans are yelling again. I quit. Oh, there goes JJ. You don't think we don't have the best fans in the world?
They are pumped up today.
Drives that knee right in the back.
We still have Nikita Koloff. We still have a World Television title match coming
That's right. Right here on the best. World Championship Wrestling. Liggett comes out. This is having an effect. The fans yelling. They're having an effect on Tully. And JJ, look at that. Here he goes. Has him up. Slingshot suplex. Has him down. Drives him right in that mat. Hooks that leg and arm. And he comes up and says, yeah, I did it.
There's no doubt, Ronnie Garvin, that your presence is known by the World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair. You talked about him, and he in turn spoke about you, so he knows that you're here with us today.
You know, Tony, I understand that I've got to take, in this business, in professional wrestling, you got to take your turn as it comes. And I know that I'm in line. There's a lot of people that want Ric Flair in 1986. Dusty Rhodes is one of them, and believe me, that makes it risky business for Ric Flair. But I'm one of them, so it's double risky, because Ric Flair, on the Superstation right here, I proved to you and the rest of the world that I can take you. And I think I proved my point.
Ronnie, I think all the people in the world know what you mean. And let's take a look at what he is talking about. Let's go back, take a look at Ronnie Garvin going up against the world champion.
All right. Across into the run. Tackle by Garvin. Here he goes again. Hip touch by the champion. Rick comes in. Miss.
Garvin saw that one coming.
Good bounce by Garvin. Holds on to the arm. Drops down. Scissors. He's got him.
Ronnie Garvin content with working on the upper part of the body, shoulders and neck muscles.
Get him. Twist it around. Twist the arm around.
Ah, God! Ah!
He got it.
Ah, God!
There you see Garvin. Flair now. Trying to come up. Here he goes. Pins him over. Chop. Garvin comes right back.
Oh, now toe-to-toe. And Flair goes down.
That was
Flair
good.
went right down.
I'm gonna kick you, buddy.
Oh, the world heavyweight champion.
He is upset.
Slowly gets back in, and I tell you what, toe-to-toe, Ronnie Garvin can go with anybody, David.
Yes, he can. Fist of stone.
Punch
Remember
for
that.
punch. Very cautious now.
All right, now this could work. Disadvantage of Ric Flair. He lets the fans upset him.
And they go again. Now in the corner.
Headbutt.
Oh, my.
Pulls him out.
Primer pin. This could. Well,
this is for the World Heavyweight Champion. Remember.
For that prestigious gold belt, big belt, the championship. Good. Reversal that time by Flair.
In the arm.
Watch those tights, Devin.
Oh, Flair is crafty, isn't he? Got the attention of the referee. Look here.
Get him. Headbutt by Garvin. Again and again. Here he goes. Across the turnbuckle. Drops down. Elbow in the chest. Rolls over for the pin.
Well, as a result of that you saw back from December 28th of 1985, Ronnie Garvin, I mean, the cards and letters have been pouring in saying, yes, Ronnie Garvin, you can go toe-to-toe with the champion.
Rick's saying he's the king of the rendezvous. Well, one day you'll have a rendezvous.
I'll tell you something, Garvin. I'm tired of you doing this. Don't be a son of me on TV. Who do you think you are? You stay out of
My goodness! Ric Flair nails Ronnie Garvin, David. Right here on TV.
Throws him into the ring. Takes Jeffers, throws him out. Rick wants him. Rick wants Garvin. Starts to pound away on him. Rights and lefts. Look at him chopping. Staying right on him. Rick takes him, snap mare. With his street shoes. He starts to pound away on his street. Takes the referee, throws him out. Like he said, Rick said he's had enough. Rick has him up. Suplex, he's got him.
He's down.
Hey, no referee. What's he gonna do? Oh, he's on. Sits on him. Hey, that's what Garvin does to his opponents.
Ric Flair.
Why? I'm the world champion, and he got.
And they're going at it now. It's Ronnie Garvin. Went right at it with Flair, and now they're back in the ring. Flair and Garvin.
Look at him now. Garvin has him. Headbutt by Garvin. Takes Flair now. Drives him in. Back.
High backdrop.
Look out, look out.
It's Tully and Arn Anderson. Tully, Blanchard, Arn Anderson, both are here.
They both take him. What are they going to do? They drive him. They hold him. They've got him. Rick now starts to chop on him. Right to the throat. Back and forth. Look at Rick. Look at Rick now. Taking that shoe off.
Just humiliating.
Here comes Sam.
Dusty Rhodes is at ringside. He went down.
Rick down. Garvin got him. Oh, he sits on him all right. Hands of stone.
Ric Flair, look, David, he is down. He is out.
This man, the hands of stone, Ron Garvin.
Ronnie. Right out. Flair is still down from that right hand. Ric Flair is...
Sometimes you've got to show them. They won't believe you. But you got to show them a picture is worth 1,000 words. You look at him. Now you draw the conclusion if I can't knock him out, he's out.
Out.
Look at him, the world champion. Coming out here and bragging. I told you it was risky business. You mess with the dream. Magnum TA, Ron Garvin,
still out.
Sam Houston. Well, I'm going to tell you, we're ready.
All right, the world champion is out. We'll be right back. Well, we have two very irate men out here, along with another one, James J. Dillon.
Cheap shot's what it was. Cheap shot, and it took 3 or 4 of them to do it. Just like a pack of dogs, like a pack of wolves. Dusty Rhodes out here, Sam Houston out here, Ron Garvin out here, trying to degrade the world heavyweight champion. How high can you get? He's the man, he's the place everybody wants to be, and they're nipping. You know, the 4 horsemen of the Alliance are trying to pick you guys off. I can see what's happening.
Well, I tell you what, you know, Tony Schiavone, there's no doubt that Garvin's got a fist of stone. But you know, you got Dusty Rhodes out here with that boot, right? That he doesn't have to wear. He doesn't have to wear it to kick people. Garvin's out here cheap shotting people on their interview time, trying to knock them out and prove that they should be the world's heavyweight champion. Well, Garvin, you're not the man that can beat the man. And he's part of the 4 horsemen. Flair, the Anderson brothers, and Tully Blanchard are professional wrestling. And if you 4 want to come out and attack somebody, or one of us, that's fine. Get in a squared circle and do it like men, face to face, eyeball to eyeball. Quit cheap shotting.
Tony Schiavone, I take this as a personal insult and a personal attack on my family. Now, if somebody smacked one of your babies, put him in his stroller, and ran him off a mountain, would you take it personal? Yeah. Well, this is my family I'm talking about. First there was Ole, now there's Flair. Nobody can tell me a man can punch that hard. Garvin had something in his hand, and now they're talking about cages. Just remember one thing, the 4 horsemen are still intact. You see 2 of us standing here, and Tully Blanchard is considered family and my family. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. There's going to be a rebuttal, and somebody, I'm talking about somebody, is going terminal over this.
Ric Flair carried out of here.
David Crockett got what's coming to him.
Let's go to the ring. Tell you what, they carried Ric Flair off. Okay. David Crockett, as Tully Blanchard said, you know, that was wild and woolly, and David also felt the effects of that, was hit on the bridge of the nose. And we certainly hope David's okay.
I'm all right.
David, are you okay? You sure? Boy, that was quite a whack.
It sure
and
was.
I mean, those 2 men.
But it was worth it.
As Garvin grabbed Flair to get him back in the ring, the effects of that ran you right into this podium here.
Hey, Garvin's got his number. He's got it. When your number's up, Ric Flair, your number is up. And
well, David, we're certainly glad that you are able to come back here.
the Russian Nightmare in there now, Nikita.
The world champion carried off, out cold. You know, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard talked about, they alleged cheap shot. However, we saw who made the first blow, and then at the very end, we saw who was carried off. They wouldn't mention that.
I think I heard say something about Garvin had something in his hand.
Oh, no, we know better than that.
He had a fist.
We have often said it doesn't matter who, if he hits you, you're going down. And just a few minutes earlier, the proof was right there.
Nikita Koloff puts the boots to Mac Jeffers. They're shouting for those Road Warriors. But the thing is, this Nikita, too, he's been talking about Magnum TA. He says, what a better way to insult the Americans than to win the United States heavyweight title away from the American heartthrob, Magnum TA. Look at him.
David, here's a reminder once again, Superstars on the Superstation, World Championship Wrestling, Special Edition, coming your way on Friday, February the 7th. It's right here on WTBS. The Superstars on the Superstation at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Because of the outpouring of responses to our dream match, we will have a special edition of World Championship Wrestling that night, and you will get to see your dream match. But because of the response, we will have more than one match.
Tony, Ric Flair, Ron Garvin. What about that, fans?
There's the sickle. We invite for you.
This thing, Nikita and Magnum. Look at that animal.
We invite you to write in and tell us who you think should be part of your dream match as Nikita Koloff and Ivan Koloff finish up what they did in the ring. Baron Von Raschke has that World Six-Man Trophy.
Magnum TA! You're here, Nikita! Before this year go out, Magnum TA! Before this year go out, Nikita be USA champion. No, you, Magnum TA. And the wrong way. You're going to pay for Crenshaw Cruiser. You see, they thought they had the Koloff family. They thought we couldn't be able to keep the cup. They would lose it because they came out and injured Crenshaw Khrushchev. But Crenshaw Khrushchev will be back. But I went to Paul Jones, #1 manager. And he be the type of person he is. A very destructive person, a very greedy person for glory, for the American dollars. We're able to purchase Baron Von Raschke. This is Rick King. Here, Paul Jones, the genius manager, has given me to the Russians, and I'm going to serve them very well. Road Warriors, that's all you need to know.
And we're going to see you next week on World Championship Wrestling.
Hey, but fans. Wait a minute. I want to see this thing with Ron Garvin and Ric Flair.
We have a few
I want to see
seconds.
Ric Flair laid out.
I understand from Tommy Edwards we have a few seconds, and we're going to show Ric Flair going down. And David, this is a moment, this is a scene right here that all wrestling fans will remember the rest of their lives. Because we talked about Ron Garvin and the man with the hands of stone, and we're going to see it in action right now.
Look at him. Ric Flair walking over, has that shoe in his hand. It goes back, looks over. You see Sam Houston? All right, there, see Dusty goes right by. Gets by that camera. Ric Flair. All right, now, Dusty grabs. Arn Anderson starts to whale away on him. Garvin catches. There you see it. Garvin just knocked Flair out.
Out go the legs for the World Heavyweight Champion, like we said, carried off out from the man with the hands of stone, Ron Garvin. We've said it before, Ron Garvin, one of the top contenders for the World Heavyweight title. I think that proves it. We will see you next week on World Championship Wrestling. The action starts right here.